It's timeless on this platform. And with all due respect, Baba, then Torah, you can remove yourself from the panel.
So you know.
And go sit in the comments.
So now.
I should remember that yesterday I'm not carrying feelings. But Baba, why should we accept people's opinion when we have facts?
Yeah, but hear me now, brother. Every man have an opinion. Me come here every day, you know. Me come here every day, you know, brother, and me give my opinion. And me know enough things me say at a time does not agree with me. But we all respect people's opinion. But when you treat your opinion like a fact, that is where the problem is.
Yeah, so why should you allow that? Like, you already have the opinion.
I said 100 times to forget what I said and move on.
Yeah, well, the man say move on. The man say move on. Hold on. Order in this place, Rasta. Make we deal with things orderly. Hold on.
I do not need
Listen now.
influence Baba to throw you off the platform. Me can throw you off the
All right.
I apologize to you, brother. Move on.
Yeah, let me know. We want to.
You move on.
You see, we are Jamaican descent, and all of we basically come from Jamaica, born in Jamaica.
Right, but we do not dislike you because I believe.
Yeah, but the thing is that. Hello, Wendy.
As a matter of fact, I used to love having conversation with you. The thing is, though, you have to understand that we respect you. Right, you have to understand that even though we respect you and we're not going to accuse you of anything, you have to give us the same respect.
Yeah, son. No name calling, no disrespect.
We were going on a conversation with Queen, and he said he don't want to talk to Timeless. It's just a platform. I think it's a serious one. I think nothing at all so serious. Come on, man.
You're going to say you apologize to me, but you don't want to talk to me. That to show you your apology is sincere. So you can just remove yourself if you
but
don't
timeless in all fairness and all honesty, you know. Her word was thrown from both sides, you know. And me ask you if you are a big man. Me ask you, yeah, but him apologize to you, but me ask you.
You would not make that statement. So his apology was insincere,
yes.
And therefore you can remove yourself.
Yeah, but what we are saying now, Virgin, apology so can move on now. We don't have to talk about move yourself again. Can apology come true and it done with that? Most people apologize, you know, sincere, you know, say it from them out. I apologize, it can't full.
I am sincere. I apologize to him. I genuinely apologize.
Right.
Because of my fear. I apologize to the man. And we move on.
So why you refuse? Why you refuse to have a conversation? If you apologize to the man, we couldn't remain normal.
My apologies are sincere.
So now, Torah.
If your apology was sincere, you would never say, I don't want to talk to you.
So no.
Come up to the topic, please. The topic was actually really good. Let's go back to the topic.
You're radical.
Yeah.
Sometimes some people not think before they talk, but you're radical. Big up that.
It was a good topic. We have two beautiful, nice, intelligent ladies here. We're going to continue with the topic.
So yes, can we go back to what we were talking about?
All right, we're getting some feedback. Can you turn off your mic, please? Turn off your mic. Somebody playing music in the background. Yes.
Somebody's background is really loud. Yeah. If we can just go back
let me see if we can just mute them then.
Well, Baba, you took away my privileges. I don't know why. I don't know what I did. But
no, you don't do nothing, Queen Eye. But me that do a clean up the thing them. You don't do nothing. What happened? Me that go through the thing and I see who and whom if it move, cause me I said, Jano, and somehow we move for some reason. But don't worry. So now, what we are doing right here, we are trying our best to keep things real and understand everybody. Cause guess what now? If a man come here and talking something which is not a fact and claim it to be a fact, we can debunk him and run him away. Cause you now spread the wrong move. But if you say it's your opinion, your belief, your faith, we can appreciate and respect that. Me come here every day and me give my opinion and I say this is how I think, this is how I see it, you might love it. Timeless is here and a minute time, Timeless agree with me. And we still alright. Leng is here. And we alright, but when a man go try to put in belief and change in belief from faith to fact, a problem this all. See, I be in there to yeah, go ahead.
May I ever disrespect you any point? Me ever been on this platform for the whole time I'm over here, Baba?
No, we never had no problem. We never had no problem. Never.
Baba, you know me have some very strong views on some subject, right?
Yes.
Very strong. Especially when it comes to like religion and relationship. And
Yeah.
I do not get up and said, well, this is it.
Yeah.
No, this is my personal position.
Yes.
This is my position.
Yes.
That's simply what it is. Yes.
Yeah. And me never see timeless like this yet, you know, because me never trust me. Me see me as a humble man, and me see people try to disrespect me already and they deal with it good.
Brother,
So,
listen, me,
Timeless
they
I
don't
come
get
from,
down,
you
you know,
know.
because
How far me and timeless I come from.
you see, let me show you, Baba. You know people are not inducive to proper reasoning, bro. That's why I mean this semi will jump down. This one have no reasoning ability.
yeah, but Jesse now. Jesse, come in the box, come and ask you something to you know, because Jesse accused me of something where me not even know about. Alright, so get back to topic now. I'll see if we can run it up now. 10 o'clock, 10 past 10 in England. About 5 o'clock some other places at 4 o'clock. Jesse, alright, Jesse there. You see, when name Torah, you have to understand, you know, not everybody gonna appreciate the way you go about talking about your religion.
It's good, man.
Yeah.
Good, man. No problem.
But the fact still remain, me and you talk and me understand where Jesse, back to you now. Me not even go further. What religion me have? Yes, sir. Where you say, brother? Yes, sir. So which church me go, Jesse? Where me baptized? Which church me go where me baptized? Man, no.
No, me say you believe in God. That's my personal opinion.
Okay, alright, sir,
That's
alright.
how you read the Bible.
We can't kill you. But we can't kill you. If my opinion, you ask, we can't kill you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my personal
Alright, sir.
opinion.
Yeah. You got a point. But anyway, yeah, man. Let me go back and have fun. Because this is a platform is for have fun and not for really big bad blood and problem and all them sitting there, you know, because we don't need that. Most of the pan, we're not born a foreign, born a Jamaica. We still have Jamaica connection. And we don't really want to spoil the thing and make people think that we are idiot on internet and we can't carry ourselves together because we come from Jamaica and we can't fight and make nice. The world are here we. This thing is all over the place right now, brother. We're on YouTube, we're on TikTok, we're on Facebook, where they all about. I've got edit and cut out some of them foolishness here. So anyway, make we just have fun and live good and do the thing right, Rasta. Everybody are happy. We laugh and get to a joke if we have to do it. I talk about the girl them. Girl cuss man and man cuss girl and they done. Yeah. So.
Okay, can I pose a question?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Sure.
May I pose? All right. So it goes back to the whole, the example of how he's giving prior to everything, before everything happened.
Yeah.
And my question is to the men, right? Do you think that the way that some of these women behave, where they're ungrateful, they're disrespectful, yada, 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 and so forth, do you think that a lot of it has to do with some of the men? Like it's some men's fault as well? Because if they didn't encourage the bad behavior, you understand what I'm trying to say? And instead of trying to curb it, because we know there's a lot of men out there who allow women to get away with such nasty behavior. You know what I'm trying to say? So would you say like if a lot of these men were stand up and be more firm and curb the behavior and shut it down, do you think it would be as bad as it is now?
I blame men for that. And it's a powerful question, and I really appreciate you as a woman asking it. And I'm telling you, if men shut it down, trust me, it's all over. Two things we have to shut down. We have to stop encouraging negative and bad behaviors from women, and we have to stop paying women for their attention. Let me tell you why. If you don't shut down things like OnlyFans and all of this, women is going to always believe men are disposable. That's a fact. And secondly, when a woman behaves bad, you don't need to argue with her. You don't need to hit her. You don't even need to correct her. You just need to just dismiss her. Period. I had a relationship issue once where I was talking to this lady, and she had a son, almost teenager, and her son had a comment. I was driving and she was sitting in the front seat and her son was in the back seat. And her son brought up this subject of a glory hole. Her son, he wasn't even a teenager yet, and he said something about glory hole. And I dropped her off on her son and break the relationship off right then and there. Never communicate with her. Well, never. I talked to her, but never encouraged the relationship, and it was done. And she was so bitter. She was so hurt. And she said, why did you end the relationship? Because my son said that. I said, if your son is going to stand right there in my car, in your presence, and talk about people must be happy for Glory Hole, and it was during COVID, and you are going to laugh about it, that simply means you have lost your position as a parent, and I do not want you in my life. And to date, she respects me, yes, but she's still hurting. And she said she understands my position. I didn't have to be so drastic, but I said I'm not encouraging that. Not encouraging that. Things like that need to shut down hard and fast.
I agree. And for the person in the comments saying, well, Bash man, one thing, if people know me, one thing I stand up for men. Like I stand up for men more than I stand up for women. I don't bash men.
True.
But the question had to be asked because I believe, truthfully speaking, that some of the men encourage the bad behavior as to why they believe these females, I wouldn't call them women because some of the behavior is so disgusting, they don't even deserve a title woman. Their behavior, they encourage the nastiness, they encourage the disrespect, they encourage it. And the question is it because these men are lacking in their own parts? Like, I'm not trying to disrespect real men. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm talking about the ones who like frightened for the front. You know what I'm trying to say? So because they're frightened fit, they're gonna do anything possible to give it to get it. And that's what a lot of these women feed into.
Miss Queen, can I share a view on that?
Yes.
No, not yet. I want to say something. God just get here. Listen, I am a very jovial person and I love the scene. Sir, Mr. O's, good evening, sir.
Good evening, believer.
I'm from Jamaica. Listen, I'm from Jamaica. Listen, I understand what she say, but me have a little problem in my relationship. And me have to make it separate. Me have to make it relationship go. It's not because men don't know how to direct a relationship. Certain, that's why I text in the comment, bully. Because even in the court, Mr. Host, in Jamaica, they defend women. So if you is a head of the house and you're going to correct a woman, she's going to go to the police station and say something otherwise. So as men, it's not that we have dropped the button. Are you hearing me, Mr. Host?
Yeah.
Host, I hope you hear me
I'm
clearly.
hearing you, believer.
You're in England, and I want you to hear me clearly.
I'm hearing you, believer.
Not because we have to be very careful, like walking on the chalk line in Jamaica in terms of the law. The police is quicker to come and grab you up in the waist as a man of the house.
That is true.
By what the woman says. So it's not that the men wouldn't take the stand and take their rightful position in the household, but it can be very harmful and dangerous, Mr. Woods. So I understand what Tara is coming from, but I'm not going there with her. We're not going there because
not Tara, Queen Eye. Is the Queen Eye you're talking about, or not Tara? Tara is a male.
Queen who said, yes, you are right. Thank you, Mr. Woods.
No problem.
Mr. Woods. Yes, you're a real host. You're always on target. Yes, so me I try to say, no, it not going to work that way. It not going to work so. I understand and respect her position, how she bring it across, but in a Jamaica when they live, the man them don't have no right over the woman them. Me I tell you that. Me I tell you how we go. I have been hold on, give me one moment. I am talking of a relationship because I'm a married person and I have to separate. Mr. Oaks, me have to separate. It means divorce because of holism. I'm not gonna make any woman rule me. Yeah. Hell no. And we got to sit. And we went to council. And the council was saying, and they're not balanced.
Believer, for a minute. I want to clear this thing. Are you male or female?
Male.
Okay. Continue.
Right. So I went to court. I went to the Supreme Court and I took out we did a divorce and she said, okay, she need this, she need that. I said, no. It's still in the court. Because the judge wants to give her more. Well, I don't know how they share the thing, but the bullyism, what she was saying, no. So some men, if you're soft, it's gonna be a problem. And if you're a thugs,
Yeah.
and you go this is and lick up woman and thump them out there and this, that, it's a problem again.
Yeah.
Mr. Believer, if anything, you didn't help your case. You actually, if I can just say this, Hammond, if I can just say one thing, please, Hammond, and then I'll pass on the mic.
Come on.
Thank you. If anything, to be honest, you didn't help your case. You actually made it worse. What you just said did not help your case. It made it worse. And the reason why, go ahead, Thomas. It's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. The point is, because you're a coward does not mean a man cannot be a man. You're just a coward.
Mr. Believer, you don't have to stand firm. Go ahead.
Yeah. Respond to him.
So when you listen to, for example, the gentleman, the believer guy, and based on the question the Queen asks, I'm hearing a selection problem. What you have is that men, you have a masculinity issue where men are not as masculine as they should be, and they lack the knowledge in selecting the right partner. So when you make a poor selection, not saying in all cases, some cases proper vetting was not done. So if you choose somebody who can't function in a relationship, you're gonna have problem. And this is where stuff like mentorship, choosing to get counseling from other men who are maybe wiser and who have experience, ask opinions, and this can help. But if you select badly, then you are gonna have problems. So I think what we should focus on is teaching men how to select good women, and that will make the problem alleviate by men learning how to select good women, knowing what to look for.
Right.
And that will help.
Marvin asked what is poor selection, so I don't know if Marvin don't really understand or really want you to break it down.
So,
go for me.
You see,
go for Axe.
You see, the thing with where Believer is coming with is women have all the rights. That is actually not true. But if that's how you look at it, you will perceive it that way.
I'm gonna have some rights.
The fact that you're not gonna be the man of your own household, that all has to do with you. And this is exactly what Queen I was saying, is if you're allowing it to happen, then things will never get better. So your concern of your outlook on life or how you see the world is that I am gonna cover to anything because the woman have the law behind her, and you've already accept this fate, right? So because the first thing you say is the courts protect the woman, so therefore you tell yourself automatically I have no voice.
Yes, you cannot approach life from a defeat. Yes, from a defeatist position, you cannot.
Yeah,
you can.
And the courts does not say that either. That's actually a misinterpretation of the law. That's a lie.
But again, you see in Jamaica, some people don't really enforce law, to how it should be, so we don't know if really and truly them not interpret the law properly, and them just have some biased people there. I don't know, because I don't know the man's situation.
There are laws to protect men, and there are laws to
protect women. Yes.
And there are laws to protect children, and there's laws to protect even animals.
Yes.
Baga, can I share a scenario with you?
All right, go ahead.
If you look in the United States, right? Divorce that happen. Men are always on the losing end. In fact,
always.
Things are
not always, brother.
Not always, but meaning most times the system will literally put the man on the back end. Meaning the wife get the house, he has to pay the alimony, and so basically what I'm hearing from him is that it's just that I believe in some countries the law is biased, especially countries that push feminism.
Yeah.
They have a biased law towards the woman.
And a tenderness towards the woman,
And that's why I think yesterday IBN said you have the passport bros who are realizing that look, they would do like the West can't work again, so they are going outside to find women from other countries who are more agreeable and who maybe are grown differently. Because sometimes these very women, they know the court system in like America and all there for sure. that place is definitely biased towards women
Right.
based on how they do it. So that's what I think. But I think when it comes down to the selection process, the gentleman asks, how do you select properly? It's by choosing somebody who is in alignment with you. It's not a one thing fit all. But let's say you are somebody who you want to go a certain way.
Yeah.
Ensure that the person is in agreement with that direction.
Yeah.
And they are buying into the vision that you have.
Yeah.
Queen Eye, because you've heard me say this many times.
Yes,
What one of the circumstances that say a woman should choose her husband?
Oh boy, it's a test. What's one of the circumstances? Can you say it again?
What's one criteria that I give that a woman should choose her husband by? If you don't remember, I will say this again.
Yes, please go ahead. Now we'll forget this time.
Is this man who I want my son to grow up to be like?
Correct. And you know what the funny thing is?
And if a man choose a woman, is this woman who I want my daughter to grow up to be like? And if the answer to that is no, that woman is not your pick.
And you
so
know what the
what a lot of people go out there and do, hold on the quick eye. What a lot of people go out there and do, you know, is then go out there and make silly mistakes, screw up them life, and hope for the justice system to know correct it.
Correct. And and to be honest with you, and me, I like to be very transparent. So my son, right? When I had my son, after my father passed 2 days after my 18th birthday, so I was like devastated because I was a daddy's girl, and everything he taught me went out the window. I'm not gonna lie, like I just wanted my own thing. Anyway, long story short, I got involved with somebody that my father would never agree with, never. And there was always my brother. To this day, me and him are still very close. And when he found out the person that impregnated me, he was so upset that he locked me off for years. He wouldn't talk to me because his thought was like, you know better. We were taught better. I showed you better. And this is what you go do? So suffer. He's like, so go deal with your own consequences. And long story short, you know, I come out of that, you grow up, never happened again. I made sure I put my best foot forward and made sure to do the right thing in every single thing I do. I remember the teachings of my father and my brother and everything. And me and my brother still talk to this day, but he let me know when we finally talked, he's like, it's not because I didn't love you. I loved you. I love you very much, but I had to let you know what you did was messed up. And I'm not gonna tolerate your foolishness. Right? So sometimes, so exactly what you're saying, Timeless, he asked me the same question. The person that you decide to lay down with, is that the man that you'd want to see your son be?
Touch the like button.
It was not a man that I want my son to be. So you're absolutely correct.
No, my time. Don't say anything because she keep up a lot of time. Listen.
How we talk now, Jesse?
Listen.
Hold on, believer. Believer, hold on there. Hold on there. You have to get a talk already, believer. Let somebody talk.
You're rude. Jesus.
Right. So, manners and respect again, everyone. And then, Timeless, big up the two principal. So, Tora, big up yourself too. So, hear this, right? So, I find that Timeless, I was going to say this on Timeless said. So, a lot of men, they mess up the relationship and wait on the justice system to hope and pray the justice system to them hope and pray the justice system going and give them a second chance to hold on certain stuff. But to me, right, I realize that men don't go about like relationship in a proper way. Like for instance, I learned this like 6 years ago, right? So for instance, he's a businessman and you come and meet you come and meet a lady and you and this lady go down. You say, right, I got a relationship, married and all of these stuff. And then she take the fun and you come to boom, now I got divorce and so forth. She entitled for about half or more of what you own. But the thing is that if he did set up a bank account with that lady, the time that they meet and decide that they're going to do this thing, and that bank account would be like a giant account between the two of them and so forth, the millions of dollars that he did have before, she cannot get none of that money because she wasn't around when he made that money.
Exactly.
Right. So that the joint account that she entitled to get half of. So as I find we as men, we don't do stuff the proper way.
Mr. Queen Eye.
And then we are rely on the justice system to help you out whenever we get in problem.
That's correct, bro. She is only entitled to half of what was built while you were together. But because we do not do our due diligence, we now depend on the justice system to correct our mistakes.
Yeah.
And that's not what the justice system is there for. You put yourself in that situation and they're going to do as what is presented. Oftentimes, when a relationship actually split, it's the woman who end up with the children. It's the woman that was making less money, therefore other money and child support and all these things. But no, you never think about none of that.
Have you ever seen a woman pay all the money yet in any separation?
Yeah, there's some women that pay all the money, like
yeah. Never.
J-Lo is paying all the money.
Oh.
There's a lot of female celebrities that pay
okay, well, all right.
So when you go around and go screw up in a life, I want to walk on depend on one judge, because the judge supposed to know it all to correct your one life of mistake.
Yeah. So
it's not every relationship, when things then go well, they never tell nobody what go on. And when things get shake up, they want to bring in friends, they want to bring in lawyers, they want to bring in judge. We never know when your shit starts.
Yeah.
And Queen Eye, to your question that you asked, Queen Eye, I agree with you 1,000 when you said men give ladies bad habit and so forth. But like for instance, I'll give you an example. Most lady driven by material stuff. And just because you have a lot of men out here that are millionaires and all of these stuff, for them to buy a lady a house or they give her a certain amount of money, then find it as nothing. But what they do, they come and create a bad habit for these ladies. And then when they come and buy that for those ladies, they will tell them friends, say, here we go on. Look at the man buy this for me, look at the man. So the rest of the ladies, they are saying, what a money can buy me a house too, because she wanted the same treatment as her friend and all of these stuff.
Yeah.
But if man cut it down, they will leave out certain lifestyle.
True. Believer.
I agree with that. Go ahead, sorry.
Believer, you want to say now, you want to jump in 2 minutes? Queen Eye. Come in, Queen Eye. Come finish yourself, Queen Eye. Talk your thing.
Believer learning this.
I was just
sorry, I was away from the phone. So I heard my name calling. What was I saying?
Well, I think you didn't have something to say.
Go ahead and add what you want to add.
Yeah.
So in terms of the constitution and the court and whatever messed up on court for help after you mess up, nothing like that. If you're a strong man and you know how to present your case before the judge, no, I did not have no right to pay no alimony. The judge said no, I have it to pay, but the judge refuses for me to pay.
Oh.
So I didn't do that. I know one name, some of me never know that. I never do that. Also, somebody passed a remarks in saying that we're not getting together, nobody never know. Then when things go bad, we always share with friends. So that is just human. That's a human
That
part
natural,
of all of us.
Yeah.
So when things are going good, we don't remember nobody. But when things going bad, we remember everybody and we are calling everybody.
Yeah, when things are up.
What I'm saying, what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to
Yes,
say,
Derval.
what I'm trying to say is that in Jamaica where I live,
Believer.
so it's not a
I'm mute, you know.
luxury.
I'm mute to the believer if you can hold on.
Hold on, the believer. You have to be able to listen to learn. You know? So when things are
I
up,
thought I was to talk and then you would speak after.
no, man, you can't just run. Just listen for a second. We're having a conversation.
Oh, you're talking back and forth to me. Is it?
Are you me a director right now?
So back and forth. Can we go back and forth? Like, can I interject? Can you interject me? That's what I want to know. Yes, I know.
Yeah, man. Right now.
All
because
right,
may I stop you now? May I interject something? This is what I need you to learn, right? Is when things are going bad, you as an adult have a certain obligation to now step in and put in countermeasures to correct that, right? Because now you cannot rely on outside forces to correct things that we did not all aware of what was going on, right?
Doesn't matter whether the outside forces are nothing. Correction is correction. Inward, outward, it doesn't matter. Law or not law, it doesn't matter. That's my view.
I want you to.
Here's a question for you. Are you over 40 years old? Believe are you over 40?
I am. Beautiful question. I was listening for that question to come because I'm mature enough. Beautiful.
Right, so but you're over 40.
Oh, yeah, he's way over 40.
Question.
You're way over 40?
I wouldn't finish the rest of it on the live.
No,
You asked me.
Let us agree that you're over 40. Hold on, yeah, which is fine. I'm comfortable with that. Here's the issue.
I appreciate that. View.
Yeah, what we have to know, understand, your life going forward have to be different. You're not going to get the chance you had getting in is totally different. You have to look the dynamics
okay,
change.
you know, I start to whatever what I'm saying. I was in this thing based on the conversation I came in and heard. I used myself.
So here,
because
so what So now you have to pull from this to build what you have going on ahead. That is simple.
I'm not to pull from. I'm not to pull from.
The experience.
The statement that she was asking about men, that was what. Like she was stating about men, coward, and so on. No,
Believer.
no.
They're trying to say.
That is established.
You know what, believer, you know what your problem is? You're never going to learn. This is the thing I'm trying to get you to understand, right? Let me show you something. I think I might be older than you, because since you're trying to say you're not way over 40, it is clear I'm older than you. I've been in a marriage for decades. You know, so me and my wife divorced, and neither of us went to court. Never spent one day in court. You know why? Because I was responsible enough as an adult to have measures in place in order to step in and mitigate our own issues, right? The problem is when you turn to any external forces to mitigate any issue, they can only mitigate the issue based on the supporting documents or information they receive.
Yes.
So whatever, if you make your wife present more supporting documents than you in a court,
you're gonna piss.
So respectfully, you're not there for me. I don't know what you're saying. It doesn't matter. You're not there.
This is why you're not learning, and at this point you should just mute and stop.
I don't know what you're saying. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm there for it. Just mute.
Add to that
respectfully, just mute.
And timeless. To that one.
The tone.
My mother and my father, when they divorced, my mother never took my father for child support. She did not go to court. Nothing. They worked out their agreement together, and he did what he did, and she did what he did, or she did what she did. Every weekend, I would go to his house, and I had my own room, everything. Like, they connected because they always taught me this. So whatever I learned at home, I'm also going to learn at my father's house, and vice versa. There was no court proceedings ever.
Exactly. So you see, you have a person who come here, ask a question, and refuse to learn. And therefore, he will continue his life of mistakes and hoping for some external force to come in and correct his mistake.
Perhaps he just came here. Perhaps he just came here to vent and to get some sympathy.
Probably, but to answer his question, yes, I would say they're cowards, because if you stand up and stand firm and do the right thing, and you don't let no one walk all over you, that's the problem. I really believe some of these men are cowards, because if you're going to allow a woman to...
I made that statement. He's a coward.
Yeah, well, I agree. I mean, I agree.
Treat him as such.
Because you already, for the fact that you already believe that the system is against me and everything is women, you already bowed out. That means everything you probably did in your relationship was for her, and you didn't have no say, you had no stance, you had no foot, because you're a coward.
I know when it comes to an end is when he think he should have a stand and a say.
No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. I'm sorry, I don't agree with that. I refuse to believe or to accept that men should allow women to disrespect them, to use them, to abuse them, to take. I do not accept it. And if you don't stand up and bang your belly and do the right thing, they're going to continue to do it. And what about our children growing up?
When regardless who wants to accept this, there are certain laws that protect men. There are certain laws that protect businesses. There are certain laws that protect individuals. There are certain laws that protect women. There are certain laws that protect children. And there are certain laws that protect animals. If you do not want to accept that and believe it, it's some other way.
Look.
Then you are absolutely
That one do tomorrow, yeah?
The fact that you do not understand the rule of law has nothing to do with the law. It all has to do with you. So when you want to go out and make these loose agreement and lay down with anybody you want to lay down with and married to anybody you want married to, and expect for the court system to come in and fix it and make it perfect and the both of you move on, that's not how it works. If this woman have more supporting documents than you do, or if the man have more supporting documents than you do, then the judge has no choice. The judge does not create law. They rule in favor of who have the more supporting documents. They rule in favor of the law, not you. The judge don't know you, or do they care about you?
Do you know why women have more supporting documents? And I'm going to be, this is a woman speaking, so I don't care who hears it, who gets upset. Because to be realistic and to be honest, when a woman doesn't have good intentions, they're more manipulative and they're more deceiving and they're more cunning. So yes, when they're ready to do what they're going to do, they will stay with you and they will gather all the evidence that they need against you. While you thinking everything is cool, she already done made up her mind. She's done with you. So now she's ready to mess you up. So she's gonna gather everything that she needs to prepare herself to use the system against you in her favor. And that's where some men mess up.
You just to say,
sorry, it's just the truth.
Just to add some context to what you're saying. You see, when a 20-year marriage come to an end, this woman was out of this marriage 5 years ago. Exactly. You were the only one fooling yourself.
Exactly. So during those 5 years, she was gathering her information. She was preparing herself. She healed herself. She did everything possible. So now when she's ready to say, I'm ready to leave you, and you're thinking, oh, we can work it out. No, she left you 4.5 years ago. She prepared herself. So now when they go to court now, and she presents her evidence, she has everything to back herself up to protect herself, because you guys keep thinking women. Yes, sir?
Look, I have a very provocative question to ask you. Look, I was on this live and I got beat up on it. I think it was on this live, I'm 100% sure. So it's a two-part question, but I'm going to ask you the first part first. So I said, and Tora was one of the person who beat the hell out of me. I said, I
I'm not responsible to make my woman come. That was the first thing. And I said, the second thing I said.
I heard you the other day. I heard the same.
Right. I said, if a woman want to come, she can make herself come all the time. And if a woman is in tune with me, I don't have to do anything to make her come. Is that a bad position to take?
To be honest,
Yes.
to be honest, if it's your woman, right? This is my perspective. If it's your woman,
Yes.
and you're right, if she's in tune with you, if your body speaks to her and her body speaks to you, and
Yes.
just even by your look alone, Mr. Ivy, she gets turned on.
Right.
So just the connection, she should be able to come.
Go
Just
ahead.
by the connection. Certain touches that you should be able to come.
How we deal with it?
Certain touches that you place on her body, because she's so in love with you, it's gonna make her come. Right? Now, if it's somebody you don't really deal with like that, like you were saying the other day, I was listening to you, it's a race to finish. Who goes first goes first.
Yes. I said that too.
Yes,
Win.
whoever wins wins. If
Right.
it's somebody that if it's somebody you don't have a connection with, but I truly believe it's somebody you do have a connection with. And to be honest, I when I was listening to you, I don't really think that you meant like you don't care if she comes. I think that you probably believe that because there's a connection between us. If I know her and I understand her body and she understands me, if I show her a certain way, she's connected with me, so she's going to come.
Yes.
Would you agree?
Yes. Hold on. If I have to find something extra to do, I have to get into this. I have to be out there like another 30 minutes, 20 minutes to prolong this process for her to come. Something is not right. And that is no longer my responsibility.
Because some women are just different. Some women take longer to come than others. But I truly believe the ones who take longer to come, this is just my opinion, right? So take it or leave it. If you do not have a connection with somebody, because remember, it starts with a connection. So if you don't have a connection with somebody, you lay down with that person and that person cannot get you to that level, then that's more of a you problem than a their problem. I truly believe that when two people are together and they're connected, there's no problem
Queen I have a
reaching
question
the
for you, Queen I.
climax. Yes,
Can
Jesse?
I go now?
So,
I
this
think
is one
Tora
question
had a
I'm
question
asking
for
Queen I. This is one question I'm on mute. Queen I, you take long to come?
Jesse.
I don't speak of myself.
Jesse.
I don't speak of myself.
Jesse.
Don't answer. Jesse,
I don't speak of
Jesse, you've gone back to your old life again, boy.
Jesse, you're welcome. How you so out of order, Jesse?
Jesse, you've gone back to your old life again.
That's a very personal question.
Yeah, I don't
Anyway,
speak of myself.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Mr. Soros.
Sorry, everyone.
So Queen Eye,
Sorry.
here's my
You
question,
have
right?
to do push-ups.
Yes.
Anyway,
Tora,
yeah,
Mr.
so first of all, what you just said and what he said is quite different. I didn't hear him say that. He literally said it is not his responsibility. And you heard it, so you knew what you heard. What I'm saying is that my issue was that if you have a woman, right, and this is where you are going to find out if men are men and people are biased. If you have a woman, right, I am saying the way how I see it is that you should care for her orgasm. You should care enough to want to know that she reaches that point. No, the issue could be with the man. Let's say he's coming in 1 minute. How is it that how is that going to be an issue of on her side? It could be that he is not lasting 5 minutes. It could be that he's not hard enough. He has a he's kind of
erectile dysfunction.
Erectile dysfunction. So there could be issues with the performance. It could be that he's not hard enough.
Hold on. Fine, take it. Hold on, fire. Let me ask you a question. Just this direction and
Hold on, Jesse. Hold on. Let him
When you guys are talking, I listen.
You guys, let Tora finish, please.
All right. Come on, orderly in the course of.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is this, right? I understand your point about being in unison with your partner, where you have this sublime connection where things can happen. But also the reality of relationship is that things can change. It's not every day you're going to be in a bliss. Things can happen where you had an argument or things go sour for a while. So there are variances. What I'm saying is that as a man, I don't believe a man should utter that he doesn't care about his partner's orgasm. I think that is not something masculine. I think for me, women that you can bring them to their orgasm, they are more agreeable, they are more in their feminine and they're more smooth. So all I'm simply saying, I'm not saying a man must go and turn the moon now to make her come. I'm saying sometimes as men, the problem is with the man. Maybe he has a blood flow issue. Maybe he has premature ejaculation. It could be right.
Yeah, but
Can I ask you a question? Mr. Abina, can I ask you a question? May I ask you a question, truthfully speaking? Do you really, truly, this is a woman that you love and you care about, inside out, outside in, right? She's your partner, she's your everything, like she supports you and loves like no other. Do you really don't care if she climax, yes or no?
Well, I'm not taking back my talk. You know.
So you don't care, really and truly, sir?
Answer, bro. Answer.
Okay. I just want to know. I'm asking, like, you know, I can understand someone that's a random individual. I can get that.
I want to see you on the side.
Yes, sir.
There's an issue though. I don't have that problem though. I don't.
That's not the question I asked you, Mr.
Answer the question now.
Okay.
I put that out there. I don't have that problem, and if it should be, I wouldn't do anything different. And let me tell you why I wouldn't do anything different. Because this is something I know. If she wants to, she will. That is something that I know. So if I have to do anything extra, it's not going to happen.
So when you say she wants to, she will, you mean this? I think I understand where you're coming from. You mean to say that she will surrender herself to you?
Yes.
I think
if she wants. Right.
If
say for example, I put in 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I don't think I have to go 30, 45 minutes and then have to come out sweating. No.
I think I understand where you're coming from.
Right. I'm not there to play football or soccer or boxing. No. I'm there to
So you're not saying.
But you know what's the talk like that, you know? The other day, this whole argument.
I'm having a
One more question.
Yes.
One more question. You know, as women, sometimes as we get older, sometimes things change, right?
Definitely. All of that pre-menopause.
Right.
Good.
So sometimes whatever you did before, maybe 2-3 times, it won't work later on, right?
Yeah.
Would you be, and again, this is someone that you're with, not a random person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you be understanding and willing to know her body again, to get her to that level? And maybe it might take more than 15 minutes.
So
are you willing for that?
No, let me tell you what. No, at this point, when it starts getting to that point, in my head, I'm saying she needs to start getting some therapy outside of me.
No, don't say that.
And hold on, when I say getting some therapy outside of me, there are things. Hold on. There are things that she can do also. Yes or no? I am not getting younger either.
Let me just say this, and I'm gonna mute my mic. Let me just say this. You see, when a
2
woman
minutes.
really,
Anybody said if ever hear when they say anything about 2 minutes up? Anyway, 2 minutes. That is just warming up. Not even. That is a conversation.
No. I don't know about 2 minutes business. No.
2 minutes around here.
But this is me telling the men, any woman that truly, really, really loves you and she's invested in you, it's going to give her pleasure to please you, which is only in return it's going to help her to come. I'll leave it there.
All right.
Wonderful.
Queen Eye. You so woman go through menopause, right?
As far as I've heard, I'm not there yet, so I don't know.
It's not about you, but yeah, medically we know this, right?
Yes.
Do you know there's a man also go through a medical term? Do you know of that?
Angiopause.
Yes.
Angiopause.
I believe I think it's by the age of 40 for men, they lose half of the testosterone. Is that correct?
No, they go through a process called anthropause. It might happen 40 and it might happen much later.
Okay.
It tends to even happen even later than women, right? So men also have that very, so you have anthropause for men and you have menopause for women. So to say now that the woman is going through anthropause and the man is going through absolutely nothing is not that, is also not fair. The man is possibly going through something as well.
I agree with that.
I have a question. I have a question for the brothers then, for Torah, for Ibn, and for Timeless, because I know you guys are elders. You guys going through any anthropause?
No, please.
There's a Lloyd on the box as well.
You know, so I put on my anthropause till I'm about 75 at the most.
Jesse. I am very egotistic, so everything I do is all about boosting my testosterone. So so far,
I am not going through.
Wendy, why does that get trouble?
Wendy, where are you?
Wendy, why you know?
You go to anthropause, Baba?
The angiopause, man.
We take out the antro and put it in the pass.
And Michelle, me want pass. Wendy, me want pass.
Wendy, you have a low weed, you have a sister.
Wendy, why you is what trouble today?
Baba, you're gonna make a run, Baba, so you can add one more female.
Yeah, man, what good? What good? Let me put in Wendy night. Yes.
Queen night, pick up yourself.
All right, so what good, brother?
Bless up yourself, King. So
Listen.
Yes, sir.
So I must say to IBN, and respectfully, I saw where he shifted the goalpost slightly.
Yeah.
He wasn't as belligerent with his stance as he was before when he was asked about a woman. And I think Queen I know what you hear.
Yeah.
Queen I is very politically.
Hold on. Me tell you something. Did I say that?
Hold on. Let him finish it.
Let him finish, brother.
Let him finish, man. Let him land.
I still believe that as a man, it's your responsibility to please your woman. I think you should do that. I think in doing that, the woman is going to want to return, reciprocate the favor.
The favor, yes.
I think also when that's a tool a man has. When you can't please a woman, it's a weapon for you in a good way, not like to use against her, but it creates this thing where she's agreeable with you and she goes up in her feminine. She's very smiley.
Right.
She wants to. If you notice, Baga, when you run pump, right?
Baba, not Baga. Talk to me.
And things nice.
Yeah.
You go sleep and she gonna cook down the whole place. She gonna cook. She it's like you send her. It's like you get one extra energy.
Something you tell them out, you know. Sometimes you tell them go rest, you know. And every time they get energy, brother.
Generally, because we are the one.
Yeah, I know what you say.
You know, we run pump. And Baga,
yeah.
I want to put this out there. There is nothing. What other brother? There is nothing wrong if you build up the control lever to control that orgasm as a man. You can run pump for half hour.
Hold on now. According to scientific review, they say 5 minutes maximum a man can go, you know.
No, man. You can't control, man. You can build the control. And run pump.
I believe 20 minutes is perfect. Anything over that is overtime.
Overtime.
No, man. Anything over 20 minutes is overtime.
Remember Wendy is still here, you know. A 7-day one. Adventist them. Hello, Wendy.
Here's my thing.
Yeah.
Men differ. Some men just want to feel it and jump.
Yeah.
I don't really enjoy the orgasm. I don't enjoy it. That's not. In fact, I am a man who practice delay orgasm, meaning I don't have sex and don't come. Sometimes I don't want to come because I reserve that power. But what I enjoy is seeing my woman in ecstasy, seeing her losing her mind. So that is what I want. I don't want to come really.
You want to see woman turn idiot? What you say? Want to see woman turn idiot?
I love she'll lose her mind.
Oh.
Can we hear what Lloyd has to say?
Hey, look, but
There's
before-
somebody in the panel.
Yeah,
Can we hear
Lloyd,
what
yes.
Lloyd has to say?
Come in live.
Now we still have, remember we have Wendy now.
Yeah, Wendy is here.
Sister, you know. So now to make
Right,
sure
so we
so
go-
Wendy behave herself.
So can we go Lloyd and then we go Wendy?
Lloyd is here a long time. Lloyd is here a long time.
Yeah. Lloyd, are you there?
Yes, I'm here listening.
Okay, sir. Do you have something to add to the conversation?
Yes. You know, reason like that, we should have hear what each other says. We have to reason and listen. One at a time. We can't talk over each other if you're not gonna hear what each other have to say. My point is, you know, two different things about women. If a woman crazy about you, she will come very fast.
And the only way to make a man come first.
Number one. Hold on, number one. Number two, some women deal with a lot of men back in the days, and that can cause most women.
That you're right. You're right.
It take long to come to you. Because of the memories while you and her having sex, maybe she thinking so much things, so many different feelings upon her. Is like it is so hard for she to grab your feelings because she's been through many feelings. So sometimes that can cause number three things too. Most women, if they come around you and thinking about getting something from you, their mind isn't what they're gonna get from you, and it's not about her orgasm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So three different ways can make a woman take long to come. But I think it's your responsibility still. Just as the general said, enough time having sex, my woman that I live with, I don't hurry to come. If it can last an hour or half an hour, no problem, because I want to see she feel happy too. You understand?
So Wendy, what you are saying now? You are trouble from evening, you know.
Wendy, you were picking on Baba.
You was giving trouble, you know, Wendy. I pay trouble that, you know, so now you're here, now defend yourself.
Don't be afraid to pick on Baba. I am here for you, your little sister.
Wendy, come now, take on, defend your turf.
I have a 1% battery here, but yeah, try.
Me know.
The thing is this. My brother, close on your ears, please. The thing is this. Time is not my biggest. My biggest thing is working. If it's even 2 minutes, it should be 2 minutes of phone. Some people run down the whole like 2 hours, 3 hours, and think they're doing something, and sometimes nothing is happening. So for me, it's chemistry. You know, if two people really compatible with each other. Me take long, so it's easy if you can take, keep up with me. But then again, if you know what you're doing, you must know what to do.
But when you're ratting me, I do 50. When I do 50 minutes per my woman do, when I do 50 minutes in a one.
No. That's when you're in your 20. No, maybe I have things to do.
I rate you right now, Baba. I rate you.
Yeah, when me I do 50 minutes per my woman for. No, sir. Me don't need that.
Run pump, Baba. Run pump.
Run pump and go on and me I go.
No, that is when you're 20.
And start again. Me no want no 50 minutes.
Carry on.
No, man. The hard work that. I mean, another joke there.
Me start thinking about when we get to go cut the grass.
Yes, no.
Yes, we have something to go work on out in the garage. I don't think I'm starting about. Yeah. All of them things I'm starting. Never go to work tomorrow. All of them things that come across my mind.
The money we have.
Yeah. We don't have time for that. Overtime is overwork and overwork mean I must be overpaid.
Yeah.
One second.
Baba, Muta would have said something not right.
Miss Wendy, as another woman on the panel, you know what I also realized listening. I talk to my brother a lot. And sometimes he really disgusts me, but the truth is the truth. With women, right, especially and now more than ever, one of the reasons why they don't enjoy it or they can't keep up is because themselves not taking care of themselves by their diet. I mean, to be honest, some of them are extremely overweight and they just can't keep up. and I don't think it's fair as a man. This is my opinion again. I don't think it's fair that a man has to do all the work. Like, what do you do? I mean, shouldn't it be pleasurable for him too?
Sure.
Are you not able to be bad
Short
enough?
boss, long time, big up.
Yeah, shouldn't you not be bad enough where you can say, okay, my turn. Let me show you something. You know what I'm trying to say?
I even take a night and say, you know what, I do not want you to do none tonight. It's just me. Just
Right. Like I just want him to be good.
Ladies are not here.
And then I want a man as well.
It's very powerful. That is a very powerful statement, Queen. Very powerful.
Yeah. I
I think for me personally, I just think it's important. I think it's important that because it's not. This is just my opinion, right? It's not fair that the man has to go.
Bam.
Like everything. Why can't you be like, okay, it's his night. I'm gonna please him. I'm gonna do the right thing, and I'm gonna do something different.
Hold on.
And some of them, and to be honest, I'm just saying this. I'm gonna say my last thing, and I'm going to mute. When I hear some women complaining about, oh well, I can't be on top. I can't, then you need to go work on yourself. Go do some squats, go do some wall squats,
Juicy buff in
some
the
weights
crowd.
in your hand, and learn how to squat for a long period of time so you're able to do it. Sorry. And their belly is big, and you're eating all these nasty foods, and you have no stamina. You can't do nothing. Sorry. That's one of the reasons. I ain't gonna lie.